Yeah.
Yeah. So
fucking high.
had some wings yesterday. Oh my God.
Yo,
It was
First time you ate at a restaurant in a while, huh?
Yeah, it had been about 4 or 5 weeks since I've got anything outside of my house besides groceries. So it was pretty good. I mean,
was it scary?
I was scared. It's real scared.
So they just have like curbside pickup?
Yeah, it's pretty much you just pull up to every restaurant's doing it. You kind of just pull up to the parking lot and they have like cones set out, like takeout available here, park here, whatever. But I got 20 wings. I've always been a person who said, yeah, I can house 30 wings easily.
Sure.
But every single time I eat wings, coming up on like 18, 19, I'm struggling. And yesterday,
we're getting old.
Yesterday I had 20 wings and onion rings, which was a great decision because they just complemented very well.
Yeah,
but,
solid side.
Oh, God. And it had the Southwestern Ranch. Oh, God. Yeah, so, but I got 5 Parmesan garlic, 5 Asian zing.
Classic.
Oh, God, it's good.
I love Asian zing.
I almost, because I have the bottles in my fridge, I almost added more. And then I got
me too.
5 spicy garlic and then 5, what was it? Some type of Chipotle dry rub. Man.
Yeah.
How's it dry?
So I would eat 4 of the other kinds and then mix it up with that dry rub right there at the end. It's gonna get it crispy, like, oh God.
Nice.
So it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds so good. I bought my plane tickets to be in America in 8 months, and I can't wait to go to B-Dubs.
Got a good deal, right?
Go to America. Yeah, dude, they were super cheap. It was crazy. $480 for. It was more expensive in 2012 to fly from Arizona to New Jersey than it is in 2020 to fly from Germany to New Jersey.
Damn, it's like there's almost like a pandemic going around that's lowering prices.
Yeah, only cheap can find a way to be negative about under $500 international flight.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's absolutely like wild that when I was poor, making $700 every 2 weeks as an airman, I was paying $600 for a round trip flight to New Jersey, and now I'm paying $480 for an 8-hour flight from Germany. But dope, happy about it. It's good. This way, I can make it home. My grandma doesn't have to threaten to die before I see her again, so it works.
That's good. So December, huh?
Yeah, can't wait. Nice. I can wait, but I'm hyped about it.
Yeah, that'll be fun, man. You gotta get a list of restaurants you want to visit lined up.
Yes, absolutely. B-Dubs is high on that list for sure. Got to support myself. Go to Olive Garden too. Got to definitely hit up like Chipotle or Moe's if they. I don't even know if New Jersey has Moe's, but Moe's if they have it, yeah.
Moe's is good. Super underrated.
Yeah, love Moe's. When I came back from Afghanistan, I had it like during R&R. I had it 6 times in that 2-week window.
Yeah, that was my first meal back for my R&R. That was my first meal out. Was Moe's too.
It's so good.
Oh,
what do they sell?
It's like Chipotle, just better.
Yeah, it's like, but everybody talks about Chipotle. Everybody talks about Qdoba or whatever. But man, Moe's, you get that stack. It's like a Crunchwrap Supreme, but like it has like 6 layers. It's about this big. They can't even close it. They probably throw another tortilla on there just to kind of seal it up. Oh, it's good.
Facts. You got me on that. You told me to get it. I got it, and it changed my whole life.
Yep. And they have the 360 Coke machine where you put like the different flavors, and you get that grape Sprite to top it off. Oh,
and then they got a salsa bar with like 5 different salsas because they give you free chips. You know how Chipotle is charging you $2.95 for chips? Moe's is giving you free chips with every meal. And then they have a salsa bar with 5 different salsas. You can get salsa verde, you can get hot, mild, spicy, normal, like super low. Like, it's crazy. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Solid place.
It's delicious.
Moe's, if you're out there listening, give us a kicker.
With the rumor of old Kim catching his last day on Earth, if y'all were on your deathbed, what's your last meal?
Come on, man.
I'll go first to give you all some time.
Yeah, please. I need like an hour.
Yeah, so there's a lot of options, obviously. So been overseas for a while. So like my first initial thought, like when that question gets brought up to my brain, is like a burger, right? Just like a fire burger. Because like when So if
How
I
often
make
do
like
you
a
think
quick,
about this, Gibby? You just said like
I
it
feel like
comes
it's
up a lot.
because yeah, like, I feel like it's a question I always ask you. I feel like I can really get a good judgment on people whenever somebody says like a pepperoni pizza or something. I'm like, oh.
Oh, well, where's the
But
pizza
like,
from?
what if it's a bomb ass pizza? Like if it's like Sparrow.
Best place in New York.
Exactly.
Hey, I get that joke.
The Office.
But so like if I'm making like most of the time whenever I like want a real good burger, I put a lot of work into it, grinding that meat, just being, ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Your
like
meat grinder.
a burger, but I'm gonna have to go with like a Korean Asian meal, man. Like for real, like like I had some bulgogi tonight and that shit was just so good.
Gibby's our respondent from anywhere in Asia.
Yeah. Gosh, just
Gotta be
It's good. Was it so you cooked bulgogi tonight and it turned out pretty good?
Yeah, so most of the time I get a pretty cheap cut of meat, like whatever the commissary just has on sale. Because like I shop off base, some, but like meat and stuff like that, it's just so confusing because like sections of the cow are different to them and stuff. So most of the time I get my meat on base and I just get a cheap cut and I got a meat slicer because I'm extra, and I just slice it up as thin as I can, let it marinate all day. Throw some sliced carrots, sliced onion in there, fry it up real hot. Sometimes I'll grill it.
God, I'm pretty.
You're right about meat being different. I got steaks from a local German place, and they still had this like I don't know if it was the skin. I think it was the skin. There was like skin on like the edges of the steaks. Like I felt like I was like it was so weird because it was like it was very hard. Yeah, it was like there was like a shell on it. Like it was like a squash or something. It was super weird. I was blown away. I had no idea. I didn't know if I was supposed to take it off like before I cook it or like cook it and then take it off like it's a salmon. I don't know. I was super confused. I'm only going to buy meat on base from now on.
Yeah, it's just it's too much. Some stuff is cheaper. Like if I want a whole chicken, like I know what a whole chicken is. Or something like that. You know what I mean? But
I don't think I've ever bought a whole chicken. Does a rotisserie chicken count?
Yeah, I mean it's like a. Does it come with like the neck and like the gizzard and all that? If you buy a whole chicken?
You're trying to like make like a nice homemade like
oh my god
chicken noodle soup. I'm just saying like the carcass and everything is really nice.
The carcass. He said carcass. that sounds so appetizing.
No, I don't know. Last meal ever. I mean, it's hard for me to go away from pizza because I just fucking love pizza so much. Like we've been over this. People love pizza in general. I get it, but I just don't feel that people love pizza the way I love pizza. I mean, so I feel like that would have to be at least a portion of that meal. Maybe like some pizza from. Oh, I don't want people to judge me right now because I don't want to because I just love all types of pizza. Some type of pizza, some Korean short ribs, at least like 4 of them right there.
There you go.
Cooked by myself because I mean, oh God. And then I don't think I need a side really. I'm not a sides guy. I mean, obviously sides are good, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, all good, but it's just kind of a waste to me. Like let's get to the point here. I mean, I get it, but
Yeah.
So I don't know. Cheech, do you have any? Help me.
I'm going. So my last meal on Earth is going to be a slice of pizza from this one pizza place in my hometown that's just fire. It was on the Sopranos.
Nice.
Really good pizza. So I'm going with a slice from them. I'm going with 10 wings, 10 maple glazed wings from this Canadian bar in Seoul that was really good. Yeah, because they only had flats there too. So that was fire.
Oh, so okay, that was my question.
Yeah.
We can get into the whole flats drums conversation now too. I feel like as a whole we're mainly a flats podcast here. But but honestly, I like a good change. I like to eat every other. I'll eat a flat over here, like a spicy flat, and then like a Parmesan garlic mild wing or a drum over here. I like to change up, but that's just me. But gun to my head, I think I do go with flats.
Yeah.
Why? Why flats?
Well, let me tell you why. So there's so much stuff. So you can get pretty creative with flats. You take them, you can either, so I learned this technique when I was a child when I didn't even like wings, which is a wild thought. But you take it, you could take the bone right here take your fingers and just push down right there, and then just bite it off. Like, oh, that's one technique. But this is my personal favorite. I like to split. So I take a split, and I let the part of meat that hangs, I dunk that in a little bit of ranch. So I get a big piece of ranch, and then that rest of it still has the flavor or whatever of the actual wing, and then just rip it off in one bite. So I have more fun eating flats personally, but drums are a good change up, man. Like I like to just grab one of those and throw it away and then go back to the flat. So
there's just too much stuff on the drum. Like the drum's got the like tendon and all that stuff up top. Like
it's the best part.
It's just too much. No, man, no. I'm all about I want the meat and just the meat. I don't want some tendons and some whatever's going. I don't need the joint stuff.
I do. I like it all. I like the whole experience. I like biting into there and like chewing on a piece. You're like, can I actually swallow that piece or not? And then I like chew on it for a few more minutes. I'm like, probably not. I throw that little tiny piece out.
And I don't like that. I want to eat I want all edible, nothing else.
I'm pretty sure every time I eat wings, I digest something I should not digest. But
yeah, see, I'm not about that life. I don't know.
Gibby, what's your take on this?
I get hyped.
And I guess I never thought about it. I know this was a hot debate.
You never thought about this?
This is like Republicans versus Democrats. This is the debate.
This is the debate. I don't know about that one either. But
yeah, me neither.
But so in Japan, let's keep going back to Asia, but they give you like the whole freaking ass wing, like the little tip and everything. Like it all comes in there. So like,
I've gotten wings that came with a little tip, and I'm just like,
Hooters does that. Not a fan.
Yeah, really? I'm like, am I even allowed to eat that? Like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Confuses me.
I don't know. I guess next time I eat wings, I'll digest it some more. But I love wings, so I get like a turkey fryer. So I got a turkey fryer, of course, and then I just take like a whole 50 thing of wings, have some boys over, just dump them all in there, and just eat it. And I'm never like, fuck, I have too many.
I can't wait to go to fucking Italy. I can't wait. I'm going to take a week off and just visit you, just to eat.
Just hang out? Let's do it.
Yeah, hang out and eat.
You guys aren't doing much over there right now.
Not doing a whole lot of anything.
Yeah, even when we work, we're house cats.
We are house cats.
That's awesome.
Which I absolutely stole that term from you. Like one day you said it because you were like going out to the flight line, you forgot your reflective belt, and you called yourself a house cat. And
I'm such a house cat.
And ever since then, I was like, yeah, that's me.
And I didn't even think about it. And I get out of the truck and I'm like, man, something's not right. And I was like, oh shit. So I run over to the expediter real quick, and I'm like, hey sir, do you need us to look at something? He's like, hey, will you look at this? And I look at it and I was like, oh, it's messed up. You're gonna have to drop that and bring it back. All right, I'll see you back at back shop.
Oh man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, so it's a weekend. Come on the laptop?
No, we're safe. It was just in front of it.
Okay, nice. Hey, nice table.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know, I have great taste, in my opinion.
So what's behind you, Cheech?
It's my I love me wall. I got all my awards and stuff, just of years of Air Forcing. And then down there's Station 6 Matrix. But other than that, it's all my trophies and some aircraft.
Were any of them in the first 2 or 3 years of your career?
Yeah, we got one striper, Anthony, winning load comp as E2 airman, Anthony. And then we got another load comp as A1C, Anthony.
Oh God, one for every stripe, huh?
Yeah, and then we've got Arm Tech as senior airman, Anthony.
Oh God, what a tool!
And we've got that was Korea, and then we've got shit.
That Korea award ceremony was the best.
I was hammered. Yo, we were hammered that day.
MPOY?
Yeah.
This is the remainder of that trophy I got that day. The dude fell off. He's gone.
Oh, wow.
It's just his feet.
That's how good of a time it was. So, for those who don't know, we were in Korea together, our first time in Korea. Well, their first time, my only time. And the MPOY is a big award show, made Professional of the Year. Didn't we get our own keg? Like we guarded it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we
we
had
bought
like security for our keg.
We
It's
brought the keg.
$75.
Oh,
Yeah. We brought the keg on my skateboard. And then rolled it back to my dorm on my skateboard.
That's true.
Yeah, so we had a Madden tournament. We started drinking like 5 hours before the award ceremony.
Yeah. Remember they were setting up and they like came in and asked us for help.
Yeah,
and we were just like, no.
That's not us. That's some other people.
Yeah, we're not here to help.
Yeah,
but I just remember, I don't know why I remember this, but I remember they were serving London broil. And me and Logs, what the hell is this shit?
Two kids from Missouri and Kentucky, like, what the fuck did they just? What is London broil? Like, I had no clue. I thought it was like some type of like fancy sauce that went on something. I have no idea.
To be honest, I still don't know what
London broil is. It's just a big piece of meat. Like,
I'm
that's
not gonna
all
lie.
it is.
That was the only time I ever had it. I still couldn't.
My mom makes it regularly. I ate London broil like once every 2 weeks minimum.
Jesus,
I had hamburger helper regularly.
Yeah, a little meatloaf in there.
Little meatloaf.
Beef stroganoff.
The beef stroganoff.
Cake cuisines.
I used to have beef stroganoff, cream corn, and milk.
Oh, dude, I hate cream corn. Cream corn is one of those foods that, I haven't tried it in 15 years, but I feel like it's just one of those things. If I ate now, I'd probably puke. It's fucking gross.
Yeah. I had
cream.
I was never a big fan of it, except one of my boys when I was stationed at Whiteman, his wife makes some just fire cream corn.
Yeah, I highly doubt that.
What makes cream corn fire? It's cream.
I don't know. Corn. I don't know. I don't know what was different about the cream or the corns, but it was the best creamed corn I've ever had in my life.
I'm not a big corn guy though. Like I'm not gonna lie. Even like corn on the cob, cook it on the grill, make it good. Like I understand. To me, it's just like a substance that you don't need in your life. But
you can't even digest it, so it's literally just a filler.
Yeah, but I did in my short span in Louisiana, which was like the best eating I've had in a 3-week span of my life. That Cajun fried corn on the cob, man, that shit was probably some of the best shit I ever met. Oh, like a little catfish po' boy on the side. Oh,
what is like? What do you mean, like Cajun fry? Like just some corn with some Cajun seasoning?
Yeah, no. So it was like a little just corn on the cob, and it was obviously fried, and they had like their own little spin on their Cajun seasoning. And then, look, I hate. I'm not a corn guy. I just like I could go the rest of my life.
You don't like sides.
Not a side guy. Yeah.
Like a main entree.
I like a couple desserts. I'm a big cookie guy, big cake guy, but that's not So I don't know. Cheesecake.
I just remember after that award ceremony, Cheech had won. We had been drinking for who knows how long, and we're like, man, we haven't killed this keg yet because we guarded it for ourselves.
Yeah,
because we thought we were some. I don't know.
3 people thought we drink the whole keg.
So we thought we were the Incredible Hulk or something. I just remember putting it on the skateboard and like none of us were wearing our hats. Like I'm sure I had my top. And I just remember seeing this commander roll up, this colonel roll up, stop, and say, "What are you boys doing?" We're like, "Oh, bring the keg back to the room, finish up the party." And he's like, "All right, be safe."
Rolled up the window and just kept driving. I remember because we all had. I know I had sunglasses on my head, no idea where my fucking hat was.
It was like midnight.
Yeah, it was so dark. Oh man, just.
If people really knew what the Air Force was like, man.
I tell people all the time about like, because multiple times we brought kegs to the load barn building. I was like, like when I was a senior airman at load barn in Korea, we would rent a keg. Either use the work truck because I think the MPOI we brought it there with the truck. Like
God, can you believe we had that much power?
Could you imagine
power as a senior airman?
Cheech, imagine coming into your shop on like a Saturday or Friday night swings and seeing a bunch of airmen just drinking a keg playing Madden on your Chiefs TV.
Hey, Kegs and Eggs.
Kegs and Eggs, the Mayweather fight. Yeah, Mayweather fight / the Derby, dude, I'd be blown away if they did that. Yeah, like I don't think that they still do that.
Nah, I would know.
Like,
who knows? My last weekend in Korea, we took the low barn truck. I was with you. You two left me already. I was by myself. Me and Chidi, we grabbed We went and stole the truck out of the building and drove to the food court. And after like, I don't know, it was just a crazy.
Yeah, we would drink beers. Remember that one time we were drinking PBRs at work on shift still, and then they were like, "Hey, go drive around and find this plexiglass."
Oh yeah, damn plexiglass.
And we were like, what? Had to drive around the flight line looking for plexiglass. All right, cool. I had the fake comp card, so I was the one that was driving.
I just think you all corrupted me because whenever I was in Arizona, I was a goody two shoes. I was a yes sir, do this, do whatever you say.
I was too.
I got to Korea. So I guess we got the common denominator down there with all the awards.
Yeah,
I ended up on Cheech's crew. I remember the first time I met Cheech. I was like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? I was like, this dude, me and him are gonna hate each other. Like he's on my crew. He's my 3-man. He wants to be the 2-man. I'm not giving this shit up. I was like, God, this dude fucking sucks, man. Like this tour is about to suck. But hey,
yeah,
here we are.
5 years later, I was just telling somebody about how Gibby and I left Korea about 5 years ago. I mean, plus 1 month, 4 years, 11 months ago, we left. And the day we left, you sang RIP group chat, and here we are 5 years later, just still at it.
Yep. Talking on an app that didn't even exist then.
Yeah.
This is a dramatic response. I understand, but I just thought life was over at that point.
It's just wild thinking that we have talked to each other every day for 5 years. I mean, 5 years plus because we were stationed together 5 years ago. So probably July is when you got to Korea, July 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I took
July
a couple days.
Gibby,
I took a couple day breaks.
Are you trying to open a bottle of wine down there?
No, it's beer.
That?
Oh, is that the delirium? You didn't just pull it out?
I don't got man hands like that.
Wow, that was impressive.
It literally, it's like a champagne bottle. You just pop it.
Oh yes, Cheech. I been popping bottles of champagne my whole life.
London Broil, bottles of champagne. Jesus.
Hey,
you got me
I'm buying
$9 beer.
Yeah.
That was $9?
That one bottle's $9, $9.95.
Is that a liter?
Yeah, it's 25 ounces.
Oh, okay.
Which is what?
It's 25.4 to be exact. It's 8.5%. It's serious stuff.
Oh, that's okay. It's like $4.50 a beer, $5 a beer almost. Yeah. For a strong, good one.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good choice.
Best bar I've ever been to.
Yeah, I can't wait to go.
Well, we just hit how many bars do we have on tap? They have it on tap. We looked at
2,000. They said they had 2,000.
It was something ridiculous.
Where, in Germany? Or
no, in Belgium. At the Delirium Cafe. They have 2,000 different beers.
Jesus Christ.
Between tap bottles, cans, 2,000.
I don't think I'd leave that place alive.
And they have
I'd be so stressed out. And
it'd be tough. It's kind of like going to the Cheesecake Factory. And you look at that, you're just flipping and flipping and flipping. And you have no idea.
The Holy Bible worth of fucking pages of beer options. It's just like, how do you choose?
Yeah, and then you don't even get to the cheesecake part yet. Like, that's the reason I came was for cheesecake. And, I can't even figure out what the fuck I want for an entree.
No.
Yeah, I've only been to the Cheesecake Factory once. It was too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I tell you what.
They got some
good-ass food.
Fire food.
They got some good food. People like to make fun of me. My dad went there for his 50th birthday, and I was like, "You gotta get the meatloaf," and he was like, "Meatloaf?" I was like, "Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but I have a strange affection for meatloaf."
You do. Like that is your go-to.
Oh,
I've never been like, man, you know what I want is a bunch of meat rolled in a ball and thrown in the oven.
So I was in the dorms for 4 years. I lived in the dorms for 4 years, and so I ate a lot of chow hall. I'm a penny pincher. I never went out to eat a lot.
Yeah, we know.
Once or twice every other week, or they'd have that meatloaf. And boy, I'd go up there. You can only go up for seconds. So give me some more. Like, I love the chow hall's meatloaf. So anytime it's like homemade,
wild.
I am in heaven, man. That shit is so good to me, and I understand it's not a popular opinion, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, I've never met another human being that says Chow Hall meatloaf, give it to me.
Oh, it's so good. Anyway, I just had a real quick thought, sports-wise. What about New England taking the most Bill Belichick pick ever? Liner Royne? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Division II football. They took a safety.
Watch his tape, man. Please watch that dude.
I did. He dude's a beast. He can real good punt returner. I saw that.
He does everything.
Yeah, it's just like, is he like the next like Matthew Slater? What, I don't know. Like,
he's just I just feel like he fits kind of like what they asked to do. So like Bill's philosophy is kind of inside out, but with the safety help, right? So I feel like he kind of replaces like Chung. I feel like he's like the tight end eraser. Like, you're not gonna like, and they're building for next year. They're taking chances this year. They didn't move up. Of course, they moved out, but they did move up in the second round. And the last time they moved up, I wrote this down because I thought this was crazy. Okay, there's only been 2 times in Bill Belichick's time as a Patriot that he's moved up in the first 2 rounds. Both times he's got Hightower and Chandler Jones. So if he's moving up, he knows. So
I couldn't believe it. I remember when they traded Chandler Jones out of town. That was a big get for Arizona.
Yeah, he was quietly the best player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to say in the league, but that dude was an animal last year.
What do you have, like 16 and a half sacks or 19 sacks, or I forget.
Yeah, a team that no one even talked about.
Yeah, dude's a beast. I actually, my wife was really good friends with somebody who dated him, so one would say me and him are boys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely. Absolutely.
It checks out, right? I feel like.
Yeah, adds up.
Did we ever meet? No, but yes.
What's y'all's thoughts on trading first round picks for like a guy that you kind of already know is good? So I mean, obviously each team has a scenario, so it's kind of a generic question. But like for me, I feel like the Steelers like did good in the draft. I think their draft picks were freaking awful, but I feel like the fact that they were able to get, you know, a damn good safety for just a first round pick, like, to me, like, if you're able to get someone for a first round pick, like, yeah, take that.
Who'd they pick up?
Oh yeah,
from the
Dolphins. Fitzpatrick trade, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about okay. You're talking about,
and like the dude's super young. Like Fitzpatrick is be on his young, so trading him for a first round pick is essentially like drafting him minus the chance of him winning Rookie of the Year on your team. Yeah.
I just feel like if you have a guy like you need and like you feel like that's the missing piece, like I just feel like, because some people are like, there's a philosophy out there for a lot of teams that are like, never trade first round picks, never give away your assets. Obviously, I feel like, not to slam on you, but maybe don't trade all of them away for a year that you might not win it all. But like, yeah, like if that's your guy, like go get him.
Yeah, I mean, because how many of those first round picks do you actually land and like, you know, they're So yeah, I didn't know you were talking about last year. I thought you were talking about this year. I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I mean, and you could see the impact he had with Pittsburgh last year right away.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even if they didn't make that trade and then they ended up pulling McKinney to play safety instead with that draft pick, that's, you take the devil you know or the devil you don't know. You have a dude in Fitzpatrick who has already played in the NFL and you know he's good, or you use that draft pick to take a kid from college who you don't know if he's going to pan out or not. I think it's safer to go with the devil you know and take the dude that has played in the NFL. That's especially if you're not going to have like a top 10 draft pick where like you might not get a human stud, just a monster of a person. Yeah, no, I think that making a trade for a 23-year-old is a good move.
Speaking of the AFC North up there, I think the Browns had a really good draft.
Oh, yeah.
They added to that O-line. They got 2 tackles. Jedrick Wills. The dude's going to be a beast. They got to protect Baker. We'll see what he does in his last, I don't know. We'll see. But I think they had a good
time.
It is. I think it's a make or break year for Baker. And I think that team is one of the most talented team. Like, you put them on a Madden game and they're going to have one of the highest overalls because of all the skill positions they have and everything like that. So I'm interested to see what they do next year.
Yeah. Yeah. They should be a good team with the O lineman they got. They got a safety in the second, which replaces the trade they made for getting rid of Jabril Peppers to get Odell, if this dude's good, which I'm sure he will be. And then in the third round, they got a D lineman to put next to Myles Garrett. I mean, yeah, their team is stacked. I think that the Browns are definitely going to be a good team if they can meld together and actually do something.
Yeah, and of course, like 365 days ago, we were kind of having the same conversation. So
yeah,
it's kind of hard. But like, seriously, man, like, you just look at this team and just their draft picks. Like, they sure up that offensive line. They have $27 million in cap space. Like, they could go get. I know I said this last week, man. But could you imagine like Clowney on like a 1 or 2 year deal with opposite of Myles Garrett, and then you Sheldon Richardson, and you move Vernon to the inside, man. Like, ooh, that's a good pass rush. Then you got speedy cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere. I mean, everywhere on the field. I mean, Denzel Ward he's that next guy. I mean, he's the next guy who's going to be that guy, in my opinion. They got Greedy Williams on the opposite side, obviously, another fast cornerback who can cover. I mean, everywhere you look on that team, the D-line you talked about, they got old Conklin. They got and then the Jedrick Wills pick to shore up those tackles. I mean, it's tough. They got what's his name, the guard for the Browns. Can't think of his name.
Batoni.
Batonia. Yeah, Joe Batonia or whatever it is. I mean, I don't know where they're weak. Running back. I mean, they still got Nick Chubb. Linebacker. They lost Joe Sherbert, whatever the fuck his name is. So I mean, maybe him and maybe quarterback. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
they're an interesting team as always. So
I'm excited actually for the whole AFC North. I mean, you look at the Vikings. We didn't really talk about earlier about winners and losers, but I think the Vikings won the draft too. I mean, obviously we're not going to know. It's all speculation. We're just a couple drunks sitting around here watching sports and everything. But I think Jefferson, like, he fills a need for, and then the corner who fell to them, man, like, I think he's really good. And then, the O lineman in Cleveland, he ran the zone blocking, so kind of like you talked about, with the Rams, the importance of that for going from what scheme you run on the O line. He's very good at that. Like, he kind of struggles with pass protection a little bit, but that zone blocking with their running backs, could be tough. I think the whole,
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a good conference or division. The Ravens, they got their linebacker, which probably the only little spot that they needed. We'll see how that guy's game translates.
It was a good pick, right?
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah,
the only one worth commenting on.
That's right. It's a good. It's a good pick for them. So, do you think Lamar? I mean, I know.
Here we go.
Well, let's just put it out there. I'm kind of biased. I want your two opinions. I feel like you're almost biased as well because I do love him so much. So just because he went to U of L, we.
So you think we're biased because you're biased?
Absolute 1,000%. Yes. Just like Mekhi Becton, you picked other O linemen. I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me give you. I told you why I didn't like Becton.
Well, how can you not like Becton? Dude's a fucking fridge. Anyway, but do you think that Lamar takes the next step? I know he's been kind of had trouble in the playoffs and later in the season. Do you think he takes that next step and can win a playoff game at least?
Of course, I'll go first. So I think, of course, his team can win a playoff game with the way that system is and everything. But the longer that this offense is like this, the more teams are going to be prepared to stop the drags, stop the quick slants, stop all that. And I know that, I mean, his yards total isn't great, but I don't really normally look at yards total and say, oh, this guy's a good quarterback. Like Jameis Winston wasn't the best quarterback last year.
Right.
It's like, it's just something that just seems like there's guys that are just missed, and maybe he doesn't like have the best wide receiver weapons. And I feel like the team is just kind of designed for him. So it's kind of hard like transitioning and saying he's good at what he does. What Lamar Jackson does, he's very, very, very good at. And there's no debating that. I just don't know if it translates and can get you there, because if you shut like, okay, so and I'm obviously gonna be biased with this, but like the Chiefs, like we don't have great linebackers. When we played them, we did not blitz the Ravens. So we played gap assignments, and basically we would go up to the line and just sit. So Lamar couldn't take off. Like he could not run. Like he had that good run around the outside. He beat a linebacker. But basically we're not like, hey, we're going to force Lamar to throw. So whenever they did that, like that's the only reason that I don't want to hop on the Lamar train. It's just whenever like teams, I feel like, force him to throw and force to be that quarterback pocket, that he hasn't been able to do it yet. While other quarterbacks, teams don't force them to be the quarterback pocket, so then they scramble. So like a scramble first quarterback, I still think it's tough even in today's NFL.
So you think, like, because his accuracy, obviously, I'm as biased as I am. His accuracy, I'm also like a realist, has been an issue, especially his first year. But it has gotten better, I think.
For sure,
he had a lot. You don't think that's something that can definitely improve and him turn into somewhat of a good passer in the pocket? You don't think that can happen over the next couple of years? I agree that it's not going to happen right away for the player that he is and the way the NFL's set up and how smart teams are. But I do believe that he can continuously get better at his accuracy, throwing the ball, hitting those on the outside has been his biggest issue, and he's still going to have those tight ends. He's got Mark Andrews and they traded away. Which one did they trade away?
Boyle. So they got Boyle still.
Yeah. Still got Boyle, and he liked Boyle a lot.
Hurst.
Yeah, they traded away Hurst, and which was crazy. I mean, they drafted Hurst earlier than Lamar in that 2018 draft, but he didn't go to him a lot. Yeah, he went to Boyle more than he went to Hurst last year. So
okay.
But I think he's going to get better. I think it's going to be a slow thing. I honestly do, but I think I've watched him for a long time. I'm not just one of those guys who like, oh my God, Lamar Jackson. I'm not even a Raven fans who are like, oh, I don't know about this guy, but then they all of a sudden love him. I've watched him for a long time, and I think he can make those throws. He just needs some coaching, and he's a winner, man. He's got a good mentality. He cares about the team too. He's not he's not a selfish guy. So I think he'll get there, but I think it's going to be a slow process.
I think that he is going to recognize that if he does not become the accurate pass thrower, that he's going to fade away into the NFL. I mean, he'll be, if he doesn't become that guy that can sling it accurately, he'll just be another RG3 that ends up being forgotten about.
Come on.
All it's going to take is one injury.
I think that's if that were to happen, it would have happened by now. And I will bring up a stat I relayed to you all a couple days ago. Patrick Mahomes never has had a completion percentage throughout the season as high as Lamar Jackson. Fun fact. It's really close, but
he's also never thrown for only 3,100 yards either.
Yeah, but he has thrown for 60 times a game.
Yeah, they're pushing the ball down the field. I think whenever you look at accuracy, there's different levels to it. I think you have to complete higher percentage of short routes, the drag routes, the check downs, and then stuff like that. As you get deeper down the field, I think as your percentage goes down, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally fair. But I'm just trying to make a point to where he's not that inaccurate. He's not as inaccurate as people may think he is. Obviously, he's had some struggles, especially his first year, but I think he's going to get better and better. So
yeah, I mean, I think that 66% is skewed as well when he is used as a when he can be used as a running back at the same time, and he's rushing for over 1,000 yards. That's making it to where he doesn't have to throw as much. If you throw less, then you're obviously going to have a better chance at having a higher completion rate.
But wouldn't you think that's what makes him great, though? Like people don't defenses
no one
have trouble with that.
No one said it makes him great. No one said he's great.
He is great. I mean, I don't know where you're going.
I mean, he's a professional athlete, but I don't know. I think that his 66% with 3,100 passing yards is different than a 65% with 4,500 passing yards.
Show me a quarterback who's thrown for that.
I'm just all right. Let's see.
I mean, I'm sure there are some, but I mean, you know, they're both trying to prove me wrong here.
No, I don't know. I think he is what he is, and I think in that offense he's great. And I think the Ravens are a great team. I think that's why they draft a running back, because they run more than any team in the NFL. Like that's what they do. Like
absolutely.
They're a running football team. So to me, I can't say that Lamar is a great quarterback whenever your identity is running. It's like saying a running back is the best in the league whenever you're on the Kansas City Chiefs and you throw more than anyone else. It just can't be said.
Daniel Williams.
Peyton Manning threw 68%.
Okay, so we're going back to Peyton Manning. Oh, wow.
5,400 yards. 5,400 yards. 5,477 to be exact. 68.3.
Okay, I didn't know we were going back that far.
It was only 2013, man. Wasn't that far ago. All right, 2014, 47-27, 66.2. I'm just saying, you said show me a quarterback. I'm showing you a quarterback.
Well, I know. Okay. Well, I appreciate you doing that. I'm just saying, I think he's going to get better. I think he's going to
he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, undebatably.
Ooh,
yeah, I mean, it's a big statement from you, Gibby.
Yeah, that's
top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
I know Cheech wouldn't have said that, but I'm glad you said that. But yeah, I think he'll get better.
I think if I'm building a franchise, he's a top 5 guy for me.
Yeah, I mean, he has the right pieces around him. I think he has a good defense.
Yeah, but I have to know that I'm starting with Lamar. Like I have to know.
Yeah. That. Oh, absolutely. So.
Yeah, but I'm happy. I am happy for him that they built this offense. There's no doubt that whenever I'm watching Red Zone and the Ravens pop up, I'm not like, oh crap, what did Lamar? Like he's fun to watch. Like there's no debating that. I just don't know if he wins in December, January, and February, when teams have time to plan. That's my only concern about it.
Rams drafted another safety. Fuck.
It's their 7th round, man. It's a 7th round.
I know.
He'll never play in the NFL.
Yeah, so I wanted to just kind of pivot to the Bengals real quick before we end this one. Okay. I think the Bengals had a pretty good draft. Obviously, they sucked last year, so they got the grace of getting Joe Burrow, which, you know, a lot of people love, but there are some questions still. But I think they surrounded him with some weapons. They got T. Higgins out of Clemson, and they also got a couple inside linebackers. Speaking of Lamar, you know, after his number one highlight in the NFL so far is just putting the spin cycle on that white dude.
Sure.
God. I mean, I don't think you can come back from that. So I think they had to draft a couple inside linebackers. So, you know. But I did like the Bengals draft. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, they I think they made some serious moves this year this draft that are going to turn their franchise around. Like they were pathetic.
Turn it around?
Talking about the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
I think the Bengals, I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team this year.
How many wins?
7.
Oh, bet?
I'll put 50 on that.
All right, I'll stick on that.
All right.
Oh, let's go. 50 on 7 wins. I hope they win
50 on a 7-win Joe Burrow, 7 or above.
Okay.
All right.
You heard it here, folks. Gibby, what are your thoughts on the Bengals?
You write that down, add it to the bet log.
So of course they have to go Joe Burrow. I just don't think there's a choice if you don't go Joe Burrow. Like where else do you go? But I don't know, man. They got a lot of holes. T. Higgins is nice, I think, even though a lot of people are saying, hey, they got a lot of wide receivers. I think them two guys can kind of grow together, and I think that's something that could be, pretty important. Logan Wilson at Wyoming with the next pick, I think it's fine, just grab your – because I think whenever you're like a Bengals organization, you don't draft for needs. Because I think almost when you're that bad, like I think anyone is almost replaceable. So –
yeah, I mean,
I don't have an issue with the draft. I'm not going to say like I loved the draft or hated the draft. I think they just did what they had to do. Like,
yeah, I mean, they had to. They had to do something. They were a terrible football team last year, so they took some chances. I think early on they want to give Joe Burrow some weapons. You don't want to draft a guy and then just let him suffer back there. But I mean, they do have AJ Green. We'll see what happens with him. I know he's tagged this year, so.
Are you all nervous at all about Joe Burrow because we really only have 1 year of him being successful?
A little bit. I mean, I don't know how you can't be nervous about it because his hands are so small, man. I just
Yeah, he will not be good in the NFL because of that hand size. No,
isn't that crazy? That's really what scouts used to be like. No, we're not taking this guy because his arms are too short.
Yeah, that theory's been kind of debunked. It's like the height thing too.
Yeah, Jared Goff made it to a Super Bowl with small hands. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, prior to the 7-win bet that I just made, I was skeptical about Joe Burrow because of what you pointed out, the 1 year of actual evidence that we have. And, I mean, in my opinion, Dwayne Haskins is a really bad quarterback, so the fact that Joe Burrow didn't start over Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State really kind of blows my mind. But, yeah, no, it's but now I'm a Joe Burrow believer.
So you think Dwayne Haskins is a really bad quarterback?
Yeah, he's basically Helen Keller.
I think he's a really bad NFL quarterback. I think he's pretty good for Ohio State system.
Yeah. So you guys are saying Case Goat Keenum coming in?
No.
Oh yeah, probably.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
They got to roll with Haskins. They want to lose.
They want to lose.
All sunshine.
They're in the sunshine, or maybe his predecessor at Ohio State. Maybe they're after him.
Oof, yeah, he's good too, Justin Fields.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps up this recording with our takes on the other side of the NFL draft and little kegs and eggs. So y'all have a good one. Till next time.
Later.